All right. Today on NewbieVeT, got a special guest. He's back. Joppa the Great.
It's been too long, my bro. It's been
a
way
while,
too long,
brother.
man. Yeah,
it's been a while, King, man. So, man, first off, man, how you been? Where you been at, man? You been missing for when?
I've been staying black and fighting the power, but I had we had the conversation a little while ago.
Right.
But I had kind of fell into a little slump, you know what I'm saying? And I wasn't making no music or whatever. Finally got back to it. Did the song that we're gonna, talk about a little bit later. And that's why I'm here with my monarchs right now in these long socks. You know what I'm saying? So everything worked out, man. I'm glad you were able to fill in the gap for me and have me come down here and do what I needed to do.
Oh man, so, you had hit me up. You were like, yo, man, studio time. I said, what? I said, you back into it? Out of the blue too. Yeah, it's been a while. So what made you want to just get back into far as the music scene and
man, so like I said, I had a lot going on life-wise. I was working out of town and stuff. I was working in Virginia, coming back and forth, all kind of stuff. And I just kind of felt like, oh man, you just don't got time to do it. It ain't really doing nothing. It's just a hobby. Woo-woo.
Right.
But when that's your outlet or that's your thing, you know what I'm saying? You don't really realize how much you need it until, they say you never know what you got till it's gone. So once I wasn't putting out music and once I wasn't doing music, I hadn't made a beat in 8-9 months. I hadn't recorded a song in a year and a half or something crazy. And I was like, all right, whatever. And my father was like, man, you need to go back to doing your craft, man, because you just seem kind of off your game.
Right.
So I was like, yeah, you right. So I ended up hitting you up. I had the song wrote for probably a year. Had the beat for a year and a half, 2 years. And I was like, man, I need to go ahead and go drop something. So, I came in here. We had an absolute blast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For this little 2-minute song. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Time filming it, yeah.
Yeah, so.
Time recording.
Recorded.
So, yeah, man. And the record was dope. Record different. Very different, too. What made you want to come out with the dad bod?
So, initially, the beat was made for a friend of mine. She ended up not even doing the song. I just kind of made the beat on the spot for her. She ended up not doing the song that she needed it for. She was like, I ain't worried about it. I was like, all right, cool. So I had the beat. So then I had wrote a song called Squats. And it was going to be kind of equivalent, but it was about females, don't worry about no BBL, girl. Go to the gym and do you some squats. You know what I'm saying? It's a funny thing, you know what I'm saying?
Get that natural look.
Right, same kind of thing. But I was like, there's a billion songs like that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, man, I done got old and I can do this now. I was like, man, I'm finna do something for me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it was just I've always been a real and relatable kind of person. You know what I'm saying? I'm not selling bricks. I'm not shooting people. I got a security clearance and a regular job, and you know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, let me just go ahead and talk about something that folks can actually relate to.
Right.
So
I'm glad you said that, because all rappers are not the same. All rappers are different.
Exactly.
Because they feel like, I think a lot of people, when they think of, they got the stereotype thing now for rappers. When people think of rappers, they just think of chain, jewelry, gold teeth, the whole costume.
There's a rapper startup kit or whatever, and it's like you get on eBay and be like, all right, rapper gear. You know what I'm saying? Let me get this rapper kit real quick.
And the whole comes with the chain.
Yeah. That's fine. I'm going to get that chain with my name on it and my click.
With
like,
click.
Yeah, nah, man.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't like the sound it makes.
You don't like
I don't like the jury sound. I couldn't do it, bro. That would drive me absolutely nuts. I cannot imagine being on stage, not in bad shape, just a dash. That would drive me absolutely nuts, bro. So that's probably why you'll never see me with a chain. And then I'm a sweater. Yeah. I be sweating a lot.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't. That's why my watch is wooden, which is probably bad. I need to get. You know what I'm saying? This is a gift from my father, but yeah, man, I couldn't do all that because my wrist feels slimy. You know what I'm saying? So look like when you leave your lotion on and you get sweaty. Man,
that feeling.
It's a terrible feeling.
Or something been covered up and been no air going through it. And you finally move it.
Ooh, it be pale and like your skin finna fall off. Yeah, man, I can't do it. Yeah, man.
Yeah. So I couldn't make the video. I tried to make it that day.
I know
but y'all seemed like y'all had an awesome time on the video. And it came out very dope too.
Absolutely.
Very dope. So how was the video like that shoot that day?
So it was crazy because I actually had other plans, but at the end of the day, it was like, yo, this song is literally like 2 minutes and 13 seconds.
Right.
So it's perfect for, single stuff, you know what I'm saying? But when we got to the gym, we had so much fun at the gym. Shout out my brother, Manny Neighbor. So I hit him up and I was like, hey, bro, you still got a gym? Cause like he owns the spot that we use or whatever. So he was like, yeah. So I was like, man, I need to use it for a video. Is that cool? How much? Oh, he was like, man, we fan, man. Don't even worry about it. I was like, all right, bet, man, love. So we end up going. way more people showed up than I thought. Because, you know, people love to be like, yeah, I'm going to be there. Now, you had prior obligations and stuff, you know what I'm saying? But I know you'd have been there. But a bunch of people, oh, yeah, I'm going to come.
Right.
Don't show up. All right, cool. Right. We had more than enough people come. And now everybody's like, man, I would have
been there. I wish I was there.
You know.
Yeah, it always be like that.
Yeah, man.
Always be like that. Everybody gets sick or they got death in the family or something.
Right, the
day of the...
Man, see, what happened? Well, I had died last night, bro, and I had they had to bring me back, bro, so it wasn't even my fault, man, but I got you next time, though. Goddamn, I ain't gonna die next week, for real, bro. Like, yeah, all right, cool.
That's crazy. So I did all this on my iPhone.
Yeah.
Name of the title. Mm-hmm. What made you want to come up with the title? Pretty self-explanatory, but, you know.
Yeah, so it 100%. So I literally was getting ready to go out of town. I had to go to Atlanta because I work in Atlanta, so I'm back and forth. Was getting ready to set up a studio session up there. Mm. And I was like, man, I have the wherewithal and the acumen to do this myself. So I was like, man, let me get on YouTube, put in mobile studio, right? Because my brother Zay Real had sent me a video of what's the light-skinned dude name with the long hair? He's famous. Famous independent Russ.
Yeah.
So Russ had a video showing him in the hotel recording with his little very simplistic setup that he records with, and he was like, man, I recorded this, and you know, in a hotel on the road. So I was like, all right, cool. So I started looking into it. You know, a whole setup would have been $600-700. But while going down the YouTube rabbit hole, find this dude named Sky Jordan who has a video. He was like, home studio with your iPhone, $200. I was like, hey, I have $200.
Right.
I have an iPhone.
Yeah.
Let's check this out.
Check this out, right.
So watch the video. I was like, damn, that's dope, man. He, you know, on the spot recording stuff so you can hear it or whatever. So I ended up getting on Amazon, ordered everything. It was like $120. And I tried something. As soon as I got everything, I tried something. I was like, this sounds pretty good to be using my phone.
Yeah.
Turned out amazing. Then I just kind of perfected my craft a little bit, quote unquote, as far as trying to get the mixing right or whatever.
Right.
Sounded good enough to be able to do songs. So I was like, yeah, I'm going with it, man. I'm rocking with it. So then I ended up just putting together a whole little 7-song project. I did this on my iPhone. My 8-year-old son, Junie the Great, he on there. And the big homie Pig, Pulling in Green, he on there. So those are the only 2 features. But my son had actually wrote a hook one day while I was writing the song.
Right.
And I was like, can you remember it? Do you think you can record it? He was like, yeah, Daddy, you know I got it. Threw him in there. He did it. So, you know, it was a wonderful time putting that together.
Oh, that was something. He did record a whole album on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
That's dope. So what you like? What you need like a certain mic?
So what I have, and I even have a video of y'all go to my TikTok, Joppa the Great. I think it's on my Instagram and stuff too. But you can see the little video I use, and I send everybody the links. But so of course you have the iPhone. Mm-hmm. I believe you can do an Android too, but I'm gonna have to look into it and try because I want to help everybody. But your phone, there's an adapter called USB Lightning to UTG or UTC adapter. And that allows you to plug in a regular USB cord, your headphones, and a charger. So you can charge your phone simultaneously.
So all that on there?
Oh, yeah. It's the one cord plugs in. It has 3 adapters on it. And then you get a powered USB hub to plug into the USB port. And then you plug the mic into the USB hub. $50 mic, $20 USB hub, $20 adapter. That's it. And then I have like a little knockoff Chaotic eyeball just to sweeten the deal. And it was like $30.
Damn. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. So there's no excuses now. Y'all have zero excuses.
Yeah.
You're excuseless. $120 you can record yourself and make it sound amazing.
Sound good. Yeah. Exactly.
And then if you're scared, you know, you can be like, hey man, can I send you? Because you can bounce everything like waves, right? So I can like record something and send it to you or something, and you know, get it mixed.
Clean up. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
That's crazy, man. Technology is
a fool, man.
It's crazy. Just imagine we had these 10 years or 10, 15 years ago.
Man, what? Man, I'd have been famous. Y'all was
all that, because you gotta think all the money you spent on studio time, all the money you spent on just a lot of stuff, all that money could have just been invested in marketing.
Man, I bought a little $30 app called Cover Art, I believe is what it's called. I make the album art and it automatically exports it at the correct size. So, you know, 3,000 by 3,000 if you like. Yeah. So it automatically exports it at the correct size. You got to pay. Like I said, you can get it for free, but then you'll only be able to export pictures at a size to put it on like a SoundCloud or something.
Right.
But if you want to be able to export them at upload to digital streaming platform, 3,000 by 3,000, it's like $40.
Yeah, can't beat that. Yeah, can't beat that at all. Or Canva.
Yeah,
Canva.
Yep.
You know, Canva's another one.
Yep.
So
there's no reason you can't do it yourself, man.
Yeah. I think these days now, when people, cause you know, people still don't do things, you know, still.
Yeah.
I think it's more of they because now digitally they being digitally lazy.
Right.
Technically lazy.
Right.
So it's like, it's easy for them to get on their phone and do it, but a lot of people is bored. That's kind of bored.
It's so easy that they'll just blow past it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we live in the age of information, man. Like, there's no reason, like, if you got to think, in 1984 when crack came out, somebody had to tell you how to cook crack. Right? Now, if I want to learn how to cook crack, which I'm not telling anybody to sell drugs and crack, crack is whack. But if you wanted to learn how to do it, you can get on YouTube. How to cook crack.
How to cook crack.
There's going to be a video there.
Yeah.
Proper measurements. Right. How much egg, cinnamon, and sugar you're supposed to put in. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
If you add too much.
Exactly. It's going to be too fluffy. You know what I'm saying? Clientele's not going to like it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, so there's absolutely no reason that you can't do anything that you want to do.
Right.
Nobody likes fluffy crack, guys.
At all. So, yeah, but it's all, like I said, it's that drive.
Yeah,
that drive comes into play.
Yeah. And it all started for me. I got my drive back from, like I said, my father told me I needed to get back into it. I hit you. You received me back with open arms. I came. I recorded Father Figure, and then it was all downhill from there. Because as soon as I dropped it, everybody was like, oh, yeah, you need a video for this. But I had recorded the song and shot the video within like a week.
Yeah. And then, it was just like that.
Yeah.
So you did record it like 2 days later, like I'm shooting the video.
Yeah.
Oh, a day later. It was something quick.
Yeah. I hit my brother Pap up, Snap One Media. He came down from Atlanta. Literally, I had everything already kind of planned out. Like, I had directed the video in my head. I was going to do one other scene at the house where, like all the me and my other dad bar friends were going to be at the table shirtless. And you had, the beautiful woman bringing us food and stuff like that. Yeah. But I was like, the song was only 2 minutes long. It was like only so much. I didn't want to, trying to squeeze too much in there. So the gym, the whole gym, everything at the gym worked out perfectly. So
they did, bro.
Yeah.
It really did. It's dope. And I know that sucks to be sucking sometimes, like, as far as like your creative ideas. You can't cram. You can only
can't
cram
get them all out all the
much.
time, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's why it's best to balance and lay that out sometimes.
Yeah, you got to sacrifice. You have to. A lot of people don't know, because you hop on a music review or something. Because that was one of the ways I started getting the song out before the video dropped and before TikTok went crazy. But I would get on the music reviews or something like that. Throw something on there, and people would have good songs, but it's like 5 minutes. And it's like, that's cool for like an album feel or something like that, but this isn't something you should be sending to get your name out there because the attention span is human attention span is already short.
Very short.
The current attention span is even shorter than the short that it was when when we were kids.
Oh yeah.
And then on top of that, people just want, for their first hear, they want something short to the point, and it's got to be good pretty much immediately.
Yeah, they want the entertainment fast, quick.
So that's why when we did the song, because remember, like, as soon as the beat drops, I'm rapping, and I had got that from I remember the Baby said he was like, man, people attention span short. I start rapping as soon as the beat come on, so that way there's no missed space because the song ain't gonna be number 2.5 minutes anyway. Right. And I was like, makes perfect sense to me. So as soon as the beat drop, about to hit the gym to get this weight off. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, I ain't wasting no time.
Wasting no time. Cause that's, like you said, certain songs fit with the album.
Right.
So you might want a song where it got a long, sad, or a dramatic intro before you kill your thing. Ain't nobody gonna sit there wait 10 minutes for your intro to get done.
Right. People be having the beat playing all along and stuff like Papa was a Rolling Stone.
Yeah. Man. Boom. That gotta be one of the longest intros.
Boom,
too.
boom, boom.
That's long as intro.
7 minutes song. 5 minutes is intro. Them niggas only got 15 words in this song. The first 5 minutes is us waiting for them. Waiting to determine what day in September it was.
Song. That is a long song. The 3rd of September, at least about the 4 minute mark.
You knee deep in the song. You done made it to North Augusta. You done went from Dean's Bridge to North Augusta, and you still don't know what day in September was. Daddy left.
At least about 2-3 songs just in the intro. That's long. That's long, bro.
Knee deep in the intro.
I'm glad it did kind of shorten up. I mean, like I said, certain songs you need them. That second and third verse. You might be talking about some real deep shit. You know what I'm saying? But some songs you just short and sweet.
Yeah. The song with my son on it, that's the only like 3-verse song on the album. But even it's still short for a 3-verse song. But I mean, it was 3 minutes, 20, 30 seconds or whatever. But I was rapping, and all I did was had bars. Like I had just so happened to use an unreleased song that I wasn't going to use because of the beat, and then just wrote 2 other verses. And then while I was writing the other verses, the beat was playing. My son he walk up to the mic and he started like singing a little hook or whatever. And then I was like, man, can you remember that? He was like, yeah. I was like, let's write it down. So I showed him how to, write it down, get it to himself. And then he was like, all right, I'm ready. Put the headphones on. I was like, this is my boy. Boy, you
came
from...
How old you son?
8.
Hey,
I'm like, boy, you came from my nuts, boy.
Getting them ready.
Yeah, this is ready. Unequivocally, boy, you came from my sack, boy. This is 100% true.
And you showing interest in it and everything.
Yeah. Oh, he been making beats for a while. So I actually have a song with Ab Lava. So Ab Lava was from the Re-Up Gang, which is, Pusha T, no Malice now. Right. It was Pusha T, Malice, Ab Lava, and Sandman. So, Clips and then Re-Up Gang. Right. So Lava came from Re-Up Gang. He was actually with Gilly and them first with Major Figures back in the day. So he ends up, I reach out to him just on some, because he's one of my favorite underground rappers. Turns out his family in Aiken or something like that. You know what I'm saying? His grandmother down here and stuff. He be down all the time. So we get to chopping it up. Through Bizzo. I started talking to him. I was like, man, Bizzo? He was like, yeah, that's like my brother. Woo, woo. So I was like, hey, man, let me get you on the song. I got this beat. My son had made the beat. And my friend John was at the house when he made it because he was in disbelief. And I made my son make an Instagram so that way he could actually go live and show people that he's making the beats. Yeah, right. So because otherwise you hear it, you're gonna be like, man, this 6-year-old, 7-year-old didn't make this. You know what I'm saying? Nope, 100% him. 100%, and then I sent it to Lava, recorded the jump, and then at the very the last 4 bars, my son got in the movement of freestyling or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, he has love for it. It's not something I'm forcing him to do. So.
That's what's up. Yeah, that's what I like to see. I like to see the kids take an interest in it on their own. It's, because some parents, we force our kids or whatever to like what we like or do what we do to our interests instead of, seeing what they like.
Kids be trying to live vicariously. Parents be trying to live vicariously through their kids. Right. I was the best AAU basketball player. I'm gonna make sure my son gonna make it. Whole time you go back and look at the reels, nigga was trash.
Nigga trash.
You know what I'm saying? You bench rider. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I played football. I played travel league. What position you played? Ass back. What the hell that? Get your ass back on the bench. Like, boy, you was trash, man. Let that kid play video games and get on Twitch and get famous, man. Like,
that for real.
Yeah, I played left ass back.
So, man, how you feel about far as society now? Like, far as the mindset of the way the youth are moving. Like, the boys are, we always have young black men in the streets growing up. Right. But now it's the way music popularized it now, and they make it seem like, okay, this is the way to go. This is the way to be seen. Right. This is the way to get women, way to get money, popularity, and all that. Because mostly it's like every artist that comes out now with they rap, they having a street persona about it.
Right.
Like back then you had the variety.
It was way more diverse.
Way more diverse.
I think a lot of that plays in from the breakdown, but you got to think okay, in the 80s, right? Right. These cats was born in the 60s. Their parents was born in the 40s. Came from 2-parent households and stuff. Different time frame. So by the time, if you're born in 65, 85, you're 20 years old. So you putting out music, NWA and stuff. You're 20 years old. You still came from a 2-parent household or some remotely close to it. It was a little different. Even if y'all was in the streets, you still had some sort of morals and scruples, or you respected street life versus real life differently and all that kind of stuff. Then you got, the parents that was born in 75, so now their kids is in 95, you know what I'm saying? So it just kept breaking down because of I feel like the household got broken up. I ain't trying to get too deep into it, but the black community got broken up real bad with Section 8 and all that kind of stuff and keeping the man out of the house and stuff. And that played a humongous part. And now we've gotten so much further away. We keep slipping further and further and further. And now, there's so many, 26-year-old grandmas out here.
Yeah. Pretty much.
So, yeah, man. The music doesn't help it all because you have everything, all sort of negative depictions already. You know what I'm saying? And when you see TV, there are people, there are white people that live in Boise, Idaho or something that probably ain't never been around a black person. And all they have to go off of, or the vast majority of what they have to go off of is what they see, what they hear. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if their mind could be swayed off of just what they see and what they hear and never actually encountered, the mind of someone that actually encounters it is going to be swayed the same way.
The same way.
So,
Facts. Even persuaded even more.
Even worse, exactly. Even worse. Yeah. Because man, I'm in these streets, boy. If he can get out these streets and he can get it out the mud, I'm going to get it out the mud too.
Too. Yeah, that's big fact. That's facts, man. And it's like you would think that at some point they would see how they would see their little cousins, they bigger cousins or bigger family members go through that issue, all the problems they went through selling dope and getting in trouble,
locked up, getting killed,
getting killed. You would think
that a light switch would go off, yeah, man, it's a vicious cycle, and if nobody steps in to, you know what I'm saying, to break that cycle or to even be like, look, this stuff is not real. The stuff you're seeing is not real. Like these guys, you know. YSL, their whole thing is like the Wizard of Oz. Like, remember when he made it to the Wizard? He was like, "Don't pay attention to the man behind the curtain. He ain't the Wizard. I'm the Wizard. Look at me." Right. That's what you know what I'm saying. Well, I'll never tell on the gang. I ain't never. Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Y'all a gang? Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, bro. That was Jeffrey stuff? Yeah, ma'am.
So what's your opinion on that situation, the YSL?
Man, it's kind of, if they were doing these things and if they could prove he was doing these things, you know, if you do the crime, you got to be prepared to do the time. Yeah. That was a OG thing, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They would tell you, like, don't jump off in this if you're not prepared for what come with it. If you're not prepared for, you know, early retirement via jail or death, then don't, you know, the fast money is only so appealing. Right. You know what I'm saying? We always hear the stories of, like, you know, everybody know Rich Porter and stuff because of, like, paid in full. But these was kids. Like, this man was like 21, 22 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't get to live like this long, illustrious life. He was, you know, started selling dope when he was, you know, 14, 15 or whatever, and made it to like 20, and that's it. That's it. So nobody comes in and tells him, like, all right, cool, you can make a lot of money, you can do this, you can do that. Even at your smartest, you have a BMF run and, you know, make it 20 years, but you still gonna get sentenced to 30, 40 years. Yeah.
It's always a outcome to that.
Yeah, and like I said, nobody's telling them that. Right? Yeah, and nobody's telling folks that. So that's the biggest thing. That's why I appreciate the kind of rap that's not really appreciated right now, because the vast majority of what's pushed is, you know, turn up stuff.
Yeah, but, pretty much.
I'm being from Virginia. I'm a humongous Clips fan, and my favorite verse of all time was Malice, and he was like, "It shames me to no end to feed poison to those who could very well be my kin, but where there is demand, someone will supply. So I feed them their needs and at the same time cry." Like, that's deep. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Nice. I'm gonna sell this stuff, but I have a conscience too. Like, it sucks that I'm selling this stuff to take care of my family. Yeah. But, you know, but he'll come and say that, and then it's like, damn, like, it is two sides to the coin. This could be my aunt going to buy this stuff. It could be my mother going to buy this stuff. Mm. But a lot of people don't think about it like that.
Yeah. And that goes with music. Yeah. A lot too, because it's like we a lot of artists don't like making the music they make. Right. But they do it because they gotta make a living off it.
And they get stuck into that box. They'll come out and pop like that. So that's why, like, I'm glad Father Figure is doing what it's doing, because
they make you very diverse.
Yeah. And because people, so what I didn't know was going to happen, which I hoped it did, but it is happening. Like, I go and look on, like, my analytics, and, like, people are listening to my catalog now. It's because, of course, they're going to be intrigued. They're like, okay, this song is cool. I really like this song.
Okay, see what else he got.
Yeah, exactly. And then they're going to listen. Like, I had a guy write me on Instagram. You know, I've made fans in the last, like, 5 days from this song. Because, like I said, I dropped like 4 or 5 days ago, the little snippet on TikTok, and it's at like 560,000 or something.
That's crazy though, man. Like, going back to what we was talking about earlier, it's crazy how you were just taking a break from everything, and then jump back in.
Come back. But you know what? The beauty of it is, man, I was like, I will be able to give the success story, because it's
a good
like,
feeling.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, people are going to be like, oh, he overnight success, that song just took off. It's like, yeah, it took me 15 years to be an overnight success. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the longest night of a nigga's life, boy. Like,
I'm talking limbo.
I'm talking Rip Van Winkle, nigga. Like, golly. So it feels good for it to be paying off, man. Yeah. But yeah, it was a long time coming. Like, this was not just my first at bat and I got lucky. You know what I'm saying? So
a lot of people don't see that. Like, a lot of people don't see, like, Joppa got 100 albums already out, like, over the years.
Right.
You know, unless you go do the homework on Joppa, then you know, that's what I think, you know, because it only takes one hit or one trending thing, then people follow everything that you do. Right. And stuff like that. Which is, you know, so do you, your question, so do you feel like you happy that your success can come now, or you wish you would have had your success more back then? Because if you had it back then, your knowledge is different back then than it is now.
Yeah, I mean, hindsight is 20/20, so you can never really say, you know what I'm saying? But if I was younger I've always been the straight laced guy. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know that even if I were to reach success, or even if in even a modicum of success, if it would have been bad, maybe back then I would have been more akin to be like, okay, I need a record deal or something. You know what I'm saying? And got screwed over and turned into a chingy or something.
Well,
no offense to chingy, but I'm saying like that was just a.
Well, all record deals are screw over.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody needs a record deal. Like I enjoy that company.
Unless you was Master P and you got that was like 85-15 distribution deal. That's it.
That's it.
The end. That's it.
That's it.
So that's like the only one we could go to.
Yeah.
Like, man, there's been great record deals out there.
Yeah.
Name one.
Yeah.
Master P. Name another one. So, like I said,
I was trying to say that Drake. I want to say Drake's first deal was.
And his deals was probably decent because his deal was probably decent because he not no Kanye in here, but because of him being Jewish and having, you know what I'm saying, people, I'm sure there was somebody that was able to give him exactly. Yeah. He already had a modicum of success with being a television star in Canada and stuff. So I'm sure there was enough people in his corner to be like, this deal's trash, tell them to change this and this, or they're not getting you bada bing, bada boom. Right. And even still,
you got Jay Prince co-signing.
Right, exactly.
Stuff, yeah.
But even still, I'm sure if he would have ready to come on.
Yeah, I know, right?
But even if he would have, if he would have been fully independent, which the likelihood of reaching that level at full independence is slim to none. But if he'd been fully independent, he'd still be making way more money. Right. Like the money that you make off streams, because I'm sure Cash Money still takes the vast majority of his streams. And he's like one of the #1 streaming artists, year round, every year. So
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy to be one of the #1 streaming artists.
Yeah.
I kind of hate this new streaming shit.
Yeah,
I hate it because it's like it's destroying the artist for one. Because it's like you get the smallest amount off your music you make.
Yeah,
compared to back then, you go to the record store, buy a record for $15.
Right.
But then or 20.
But the labels was getting that. So that's what I'm saying. That's where the line is.
But you see how much they were getting off that.
Right. One. But the thing that's good to me about streaming, you're getting fractions of pennies on the dollar,
right?
Which kind of sucks. But at the same time, if me being independent, right? If Father Figure goes gold, like there are like little calculators that you can use for streams and stuff, right? So like if Father Figure goes gold, which is like 750 million streams, sounds like a lot, but it's really not in the grand scheme of how everybody consumes music nowadays. Between, if you take the big three, which is Spotify, Apple Music, and Amazon Music, and you put them together and divide it by 3, if I were just to go gold, that's like $3 or $4 million. But of course, 750 million streams versus $3-4 million sounds minuscule. But at the same time, if I was with a label when Uzi dropped I Don't Really Care If You Cry, whatever that song was called.
My friends were
Push Me to the Edge. It had made like $8 million in whatever time frame that was calculated that when I read this article, and he got like $700,000.
Yeah.
If I make $8 million, other than taxes and stuff, I'm gonna make that $8 million. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's the beauty of streaming, but it still sucks because it's like, golly, you ain't getting nothing except for J.Paul. Like if you get jumping in the prison system, because I seen Bobby Shmurda talking about it, and so J.Paul is like the thing that they use in prisons or whatever. Like in order to buy music and for store call and all that kind of stuff. And you can have your music uploaded to that. So I'm about to make sure I get all my albums to that. So if like it costs, $1 to get my song, then I get like 90 cents or something like that. They just get like a little transaction fee. So that's where it's at.
J.Paul, you basically put your stuff on J.Paul and they buy it from J.Paul. Damn.
So all my, family members and friends that's incarcerated, y'all blow me up in prison, I make sure you will get decently booked up. Your book's gonna be straight.
That's crazy. But that's just crazy how they making it available where you can get your music everywhere to make money everywhere. Cause shit.
Right. And, yeah, man. So like I said,
Waffle House got a damn jukebox.
Exactly. You got the jukebox system. Yeah.
In there. So.
Right. So I want to get on the jukeboxes and stuff because that's like pool halls and stuff like that. Those are big things or whatever. Yeah. So. And then you stuff you on shuffle. So imagine, you at the pool hall in Columbus, Georgia or something, and then your song come on, and then, people Shazamming and stuff because everything is so instant nowadays. Yeah. So like I said, it doesn't really take a whole lot, but.
That's just crazy how technology is, man. Like you said, we be at a party, song come on.
I like that song.
I like Daddy Figure, Shazam.
Cool. It's in everything now. I got it saved on all my stuff. Yeah.
That's just crazy how fast things moving.
That's why you have to constantly drop stuff. Like I accepted that too. So that's why when I started recording my phone, I was like, I'm not finna sit on stuff. Like I'm just gonna volume, put out an album this month, single next month, album this month, single, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, to drop it. Yeah. Cause these days now, man, people don't really give a damn about how like the quality of it. What I mean by quality of it, they don't care about like it being like some Adele type shit. Cause you look at Glorilla when she first came out, FNF. Like FNF wasn't the best beat in the world. It wasn't the best video in the world.
Wasn't the best record quality, nothing. Like none about it was the best. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But it did what it did. Look how it took off. Now you see her updated videos.
Right.
Updated
everything
music,
that got better. But that level right there was enough to get her in.
Right.
And it was funny. Somebody on the like in the comments of the Father Figure video on TikTok, he was like, well, we need to blow this up like the girls blew up FNF.
FNF.
So yeah, it's crazy, man. I got so much love, like old white guys doing videos using my reels with overalls and stuff on. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause they just like, hey, I'm a dad. I got a stomach.
I'm a dad. Everybody's a dad. Well, majority of the world.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So yeah,
can relate to it.
Right. So that relatability is definitely working out. So yeah, it's enough to get my foot in the door. So
big fact. So man, how you still balancing out everything? As far as I know, you still do a million things at once.
Yep.
So how you balance out family,
husband, dad, Army reservist, military intelligence analyst, OSHA regulatory specialist. I work on Hondas. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'd be so much. But I don't know, man. It's kind of one of the things you find time for things that you want to find time for.
Right.
And that's really all it is.
Right.
Like just like with having gotten fat. If I really wanted to go to the gym, I could sacrifice some sleep and be like, I'm going to the gym.
Yeah, but you have to sacrifice the sleep.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I don't want to sacrifice that sleep. I haven't gotten that fat. I'm okay with this level of fat that I am is acceptable to me. I mean, I can still pass a PT test with flying colors. So I hadn't gotten to the point where it's ruining my life. So I'm all right. As long as I don't make it to like 600-pound life and niggas got a helicopter lift me out of my crib or something, Lord. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you got to be on a tow bed.
On a flatbed tow truck. You took down Broad Street.
Oh, no. That's got to be huge. That's got to be terrible for your people. Your loved ones allow you to get that big.
Yeah, like I don't like my kids be like, Daddy, my son in particular, he loves his thing is snacks. He just thinks the world of all. I'm like, nigga, you not getting. It's 7 o'clock, it's over with. You ate your dinner, the end, accept it. You're not getting no snacks. Let it go. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, people allow that to happen. I be feeling sad for kids because they be like, well, I got to eat now. Like, well, you didn't have to at first. Your stomach is a muscle.
Right.
It ultimately takes in as much as you stretch it to take in, and that's it. So, yeah, man.
Big fact. So, man, it was a lot of deaths in hip-hop last year. P&B Rock. Takeoff.
Yep.
Takeoff was like one of the biggest ones from last year.
That was like a cultural impact person dying. You know what I'm saying? So that was for rap. That was the equivalent of like when Michael Jackson died. For pop, everybody was like, "Oh my God!" So for rap, like the world stood still. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That was crazy.
Yeah, it was still shocking. Even to this day, it's still shocking.
Yeah, it's still like one of the things like, certain people, once they make it to a certain level of, stardom, it's like you just don't really expect stuff like that to happen. You know what I'm saying?
So one thing about that situation got me kind of confused. Quavo, he denies being involved in the case. As far as like he don't want to get no testimony.
He don't want nothing to do with it because he hurt.
He hurt. Which I get it.
Yeah.
But in the same breath, how can Takeoff get justice?
Right.
If you get what I'm saying? Because, the guy saying it was self-defense. And if you don't got nobody disputing like, hey, this wasn't self-defense. He pulled a gun out and just shot.
Right.
He's going to get off. So ain't like you going to get your own street justice.
Right.
So it's like, what you feel about that? You feel like he should be involved more with the cases that was his nephew?
See, me, 100%. But that's because of the kind of person I am and the kind of stuff that I have adhered to and what my music talks about and all that kind of stuff. I'm not a street nigga by any means. I am a regular dude. You know what I'm saying? Even with stuff I did in the streets back in the day and stuff, my friends always knew, don't try to give Joppa no weed. He ain't gonna smoke it. Don't try to give Joppa no liquor. He ain't gonna drink it. Don't try to give Joppa to do the drive-by. He's not gonna shoot it. People know this kind of stuff. Right. So my respect came from being who I was and being able to be in these situations with these people or in these environments with these people and it be respected. Right. But niggas know if somebody break in my house and I catch it on my camera, I'm telling. Yeah. And I'm not, Hey, police, everything. Black hoodie. He took it off. I saw his face in the camera. Here's the picture. I'm seeing a screenshot right now, Miss Police, man. Matter of fact, I got his tag number. Saw it, zoomed in. Oh, yeah, this is a Nissan Altima. You know how niggas and Altimas is, officer. Absolutely, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, back brakes are bad.
Yeah, back left tail light was out. So when you see a black Altima with the back left tail light out, license plate says RIG. Yeah, that was him.
Yeah,
get him.
I'm
now.
like, hey, same way here, bro.
Yeah, man.
I feel like I just feel like as a black culture, black community, I feel like we need to get rid of that snitching thing because the snitching thing, because that shit only apply to the streets.
Yeah. And that's only if you knee deep in it. And
that's if you in the deep in it.
And even then, it doesn't apply. Look at how everybody snitches. Like there are the most hard gangster, they will have somebody, well, I never tell. They get in a situation. Well, I said never, but I meant I won't tell everything all the time. I'm gonna tell on certain people. I just ain't gonna tell on not the nigga that was right here. I ain't gonna tell on him, but everybody else.
I'm cool with him.
Yeah.
Screw everybody else.
Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? The whole concept of like, oh, I'll never, like, man, I couldn't fathom it because, like I said, there's certain situations where you just kind of have to get somebody involved. You know what I'm saying?
I look at a Gunna. When I think of Gunna, I don't see Gunna as a street dude.
Right. Never did. This nigga wore really, really tight pink pants.
Yeah. Never seen
nothing about that.
Nothing.
Even Thug, like everybody, like Thug was gangster and all this kind of stuff. When this nigga came out, he had on a girl's dress,
right?
And he told people it was a little girl's dress,
right?
How many gangsters do y'all personally know that y'all respect as gangsters that went to the store, purchased a little girl's dress, and put it on as a shirt, and said, "Yes, this is a little girl's dress. This was hot in the streets."
Hot in the streets. Well, I don't know what streets he went to.
Well, yeah, which street? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Midtown, Atlanta streets? Like, which streets are we referring to, dog? Like, let's be serious. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, like, I just could never take nothing serious in that regard anyways. You know
I couldn't even, not in the beginning at all.
Right.
I mean, then when I started hearing about them having bodies, and I'm like, what, Thug? Huh?
Right.
What?
Like,
what in the
like,
chest?
Do we mean, like, sexual partners? Like, what kind of bodies are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. It's crazy, man.
So, but definitely not Gunna, man. I never, you know what I'm saying? I just like, okay, he just so happened to rap similar to Young Thug, and Thug liked it, and he brought him in. That was it to me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. But it's just crazy how we bring in the streets on wax. The streets are basically being on wax, because especially with this new drill music.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
Drill music basically.
Self-incrimination is a thing, bro. Niggas will go kill somebody. 15 minutes later, they'll kill somebody en route to the studio. They like literally, they have a GPS set out. You know how on Google you can add a stop? They be like, okay, he's over here. All right, let me go ahead and I'm going to stop right there, kill this nigga, drive 7 minutes to the studio, then 15 minutes to the plug house after I drop this song about me killing this nigga.
And then go on live and talk about it.
Yeah, I killed the ops. I killed the ops mama, the ops pit bull, anything that was opposition related.
Yeah, we shot the house up at 635.
Yeah, on Telfair Street, that was me. Yeah, black Altima, left tail light out, nigga, in these streets.
Yeah, that was us. Come and get it back in blood.
Yeah. Police show up at the house. Boy, y'all niggas snitching, bro. Somebody told. You are somebody. You are the one that told,
You the one that told. Cause I was like, it's crazy because there's a YouTuber named Trap Lord Ross. Mm-hmm. He has a lot of great content on it. He studies gang music and hip hop.
Oh yeah. They're gonna be doing all the little breakdowns. And stuff. Yeah.
This man all the way in UK, but he knows the breakdown and the time of every crime that happened in Chicago.
You think the police don't know?
Right.
This nigga says hip hip cheerio.
Right.
Hello, governor.
Right.
And he know everything. You think the police across the street don't know?
He know who shot Tukey and all that.
He know who killed Tupac.
Right.
Everything.
He know everything.
But you mean to tell me, and then like, I was just on, so 21 Savage was on TikTok talking crazy to somebody, but all my nigga knocking everything in Chicago, boy, we killing stuff, boy, just talking crazy, right? Mm. So I'm looking in the comments on the little thing on Instagram, Clubhouse is the #1 Fed app. I'm like, or maybe, here's a thought, you don't talk about stuff like that. Maybe you kind of give yourself a little bit of grace. You know what I'm saying? Like, where does personal responsibility come into it at all?
Right.
How was Clubhouse being an app a Fed app when if he hadn't said that, we wouldn't have heard this and it wouldn't be all over the internet right now.
The internet, right? Yeah, that's crazy. People criminate themselves.
Yeah.
It's like we in the world right now where people incriminate themselves.
Yep.
They gotta let people know I'm a criminal.
I blame MySpace It all started with MySpace.
MySpace?
Because you got to think, prior to MySpace, real gangsters that, you know, was getting money and all that kind of stuff, they weren't doing the only other thing prior to that was club pictures. You might have, if you had a street nigga that was at the club, you know, buying bottles and stuff like that, you'll see the club picture where they, you know, might got a bunch of money in their hand or whatever. Exactly, the typical, the gangster lean in front of the, you know what I'm saying?
Jailhouse pose.
Exactly, jailhouse pose, couple females, airbrush picture in the background with like a Cadillac or something. Yeah, a couple of dice rolling out, big old dice like this being rolling out the air, a palm tree. Yes. That was it.
Everybody got the cups in their hand.
Everybody got the cups. Yep, the gun fingers. Yeah. Those were good times. These were excellent times, significantly less incriminating. All police could say was, all right, this nigga has maybe more money than he should, considering we think he works at McDonald's, and that should be the end of it. Oh. That's not McDonald's money. Right. You know what I'm saying? My 14-year-old works at McDonald's. That's more than McDonald's money. All right, cool. Got it. Right. MySpace comes out. The world gets that much smaller because everything is instant and you can post and all this kind of stuff. And then it's like, okay, I'm not going to the club today, but I can take this picture and upload it on MySpace. What? Here goes my money. I'm going to show off my money. Oh, I just bought a new gun. Let me show off my gun. Oh, I got this working. Let me show off my work. And then it kind of snowballed. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. And then now everybody see how MySpace was doing it. Now it just duplicates Facebook and all the other stuff.
All other social media. But prior to MySpace, it wasn't like that. Now, I don't blame MySpace for people being stupid. Yeah. But I do feel like the where we are now came from MySpace and the MySpace.
MySpace was the prime.
Yeah, MySpace was that was the entry level, bro. And MySpace, I feel so bad because we turned our back on Tom. You young people might not know what I'm talking about. But Tom was the one that created MySpace.
Screw Tom.
Man, Tom was your first friend, bro. Tom loved us. Tom taught us marketable skills. We used to have to decorate our page. We used to have to go and do. We had to go and do coding. We had to do actual HTML coding and stuff, and go put, create a copy and paste links and stuff.
Wrestlers,
exactly.
Actors,
songs, all that kind of stuff. So we literally learned how to create websites from Tom. Yeah. And then once Zuckerberg lane behind came along, he was like, we're not doing none of that, but y'all just come over here, come to Death Row. And we went to Death Row willingly, and we left Tom behind, and we left marketable skills. We no longer coding. Nothing, man.
And that's crazy. We was actually coding.
We were actually coding. Like, that's people crazy. Were actually doing.
They don't even know they were coding.
People were doing stuff that people get paid $150,000 remotely to do. We were doing it
for free.
At 12 years old for free.
For free. And that's facts.
Yep.
That's huge facts. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. We don't. But that shows that the lack of knowledge. If
nobody told us.
Nobody tells you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, hey, stick with this. You should practice it. See what happens when you switch. This exclamation with apostrophe. See what happens. See what happens when you do this. See what happens when you do that. Practice coding. Whoop. You could have turned into something.
Yep. And people don't even know the word coding.
Right, but they were doing it. We literally were out here doing HTML coding.
HTML coding, that's facts. Yep. You could do backgrounds, adding music, all that. And I loved it too.
Yep. Doing them. You remember because so nowadays they so used to what gang would you be in? Survey. What would you look like at 50? Survey. You know what I'm saying? We had to create those surveys and find the coding, find the codex, the A codex line, put it on the page. So we were making our own. You know what I'm saying?
I used to get paid making people this.
Yeah. Me too. Yeah. Because I had it all started when I helped with my friend Jermichael. Because he can draw. So for Celebrity Day, I was David Banner because I always had facial hair for whatever reason. I just kind of popped out the poon with a beard. I don't know what happened. So I had a long goatee, so I took a picture of David Banner. He had on like a black wife beater, some shorts, and some Nikes that I had or whatever. So I did that, and I had him draw the Mississippi tattoo on my back. But he had messed up, so he put, instead of just saying Mississippi, it said from Mississippi, like starting over here, so that way it could be equal. And I remember going to school, and everybody was like, "Boy, you that tattoo fire." I'm scared of needles. I don't got no tattoos. Niggas know that, but they still was so dope that they thought it was real. So then after that, I was like, nah, man, my brother Mikey did it, but go check out my MySpace page, and I did it was a whole David Banner theme thing or whatever. And then after that, people was like, boy, you make my page like that, woo. So yeah, I started, man, just give me $10, bro. I got y'all hook you up.
That's how much I was charging.
Yep. $10.
Yeah. That shit crazy, bro. That's wild. Hey, that just show you that we can make a hustle out of anything.
Out of anything. Yeah. Because where there's a need, where there's a demand, someone will supply.
That will supply.
Yep.
I mean, you got people making money off urinal cakes. Motherfuckers just pissing on urinal cakes.
And somebody selling that. You know what I'm saying? Like, different scents and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Pee on it. Get the room smell like blueberries.
Man, bro. Like, damn, this bathroom smell like pumpkin pie. How you do that? Oh, man, them pea patties, dog. Them pumpkin pie pea patty cup. Got them on Amazon.
Oh, Lord. Talking about the pumpkin pie pea patty. But that's the show, but you make money off of anything. It's all about reinvention.
Yeah.
It's all about making whatever. It's all about making something that we use in every day, make it more convenient, more easier for us. Yeah. That's all it is. Changing the stuff up. Because it's like ain't nothing really news coming out. It just being more advanced and more lighter.
That's it, man. Everybody just wants more convenient. Because like I said, we're in the age of information and the age of convenience. You know. Before microwaves were a thing, you had to use the stove. You had to use the oven. Microwaves come out, it's like, all right, cuz, give me that toaster strudel. Hot pocket. Yeah. Put it in a little sleeve, throw it in the microwave. 2 minutes later, I'm eating food. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
everything going paperless?
Yeah.
Everything going mostly paperless.
Money gonna be gone, you know what I'm saying? Everything gonna be digital, which that sucks to me because it's like it's too easy to be hacked on everything.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
So that's too easy for people to transfer money and stuff like that.
I like cash. You know what I'm saying?
I'm old school.
Yeah.
I like seeing little slave faces on them.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Little slave owner faces.
That's all the time.
I hate you. I appreciate this situation.
I appreciate this situation, but I don't like
I hate you so much.
Which just sucks. Yeah. But hey, that's a different topic.
Right. You can go off on so many tangents.
Off that. Oh yeah. So man, so far as what do you feel like music is going? As far as like, I feel like this drill, we getting over this drill music now. Yeah. What do you feel like is the next phase of music, like the next sound that's gonna be?
Everything works in cycles.
You're right.
I called a lot of stuff years ago. I told everybody that Memphis sound was gonna come back.
Hey, that shit.
You remember a couple years ago I had a song Project Pat. I told you, I said the Memphis sound's gonna come back full fledged. That's what everybody's gonna be on. And that was a few years ago. And that's when I did the song Project Pat, before I even dropped it, I was like, it's gonna come back full force. That's what's hot in the streets right now. Yeah. Before that, I was like, the Uncle Luke era is going to come back. When City Girls came out with what was their first song? Not To Take Your Man, it was another one.
Oh, you talking about
was I Take Your Man? I think I Take Your Man was like their first hit. Yeah. And then they act up, you can get smacked up and all that kind of stuff. And then so then it went back to the high tempo, booty shaking or whatever.
Yeah, and then they came up with Twerkulator and all that other stuff. So they actually going back getting old school records.
Right, exactly. And it's crazy, like the music that we came up on is now old enough to be sampled and be considered classic.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah, man. Like you don't even really think about it.
That's
but like
crazy.
if you go sample a Wu-Tang record, which of course number of sample records, but if you go sample a Wu-Tang record, that was almost 30 years ago. Yeah. You don't really think about it like that, but you know what I'm saying?
That's it. Wow. That's crazy, man. Like just even some Usher records.
Mm-hmm. Like if you sample what you call it? 7 o'clock on the dot. That was 98.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, man.
That's wild.
It's already 20-something years old. It's crazy.
That's crazy.
So yeah, because that's what where hip hop all started. When they was doing it in late 70s in New York, it was okay. We're gonna take these records from 10 years ago and loop this part.
Loop them up.
We go ha ha ha.
The first hip hop record was a sample.
Yeah. What you call it? Rapper's Delight was Good Time.
Good Time. Yep. Yeah. First sample. Good Time. That's crazy. The first song to ever. That just lets you know. We started off screwed up in hip hop. The first song was a sample.
Your Jay-Z's and your Nas's and stuff should be having master classes at these record labels or something like, hey, this is what you know what I'm saying? If you're not going to invest your money, you need to have life insurance. Right. What's his name just died? Big Scar, right? From Memphis. Right. He just died. No life insurance. How? How are you? I have life insurance. Now, mind you, it's because of the military, but I have life insurance for myself, my wife, and my children.
Kid,
I have life insurance on my grandmother. You know what I'm saying? Because she's my grandmother. If she passed, nobody's going to be like, we need to GoFundMe. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no humongous policy, $40,000, $50,000. She'll be able to be buried. I'll be able to knock off some of the debt so people ain't calling me trying to get it collected or whatever, bada bing, bada boom. Right. There's no reason that Gucci even isn't like bringing these people in. He's like, okay, first thing we're going to do is we're going to set you up an LLC so that way you do everything in your company's name and that way nothing is attached to you directly. So if something goes awry, it's on your company credit. Right. And you have life insurance. Yeah. Like, why are the OGs not doing it? You know what I'm saying?
I think the young ones, like you said, the youth now, the youth need to get more knowledge themselves.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, because we live, like you said, we live in the world now where it's too much information.
There's no reason that they don't know
that you can't go research it.
Yeah.
But that goes back to being mentally, technically lazy. Mm-hmm. You don't want to get that now. A lot of people don't want to go research knowledge. Mm-hmm. They'll research every other exciting thing, but
they'll go Google how to make crack. How much egg and cinnamon needs to be in there. They'll do that.
But
they don't want to look at life insurance.
Life insurance. And then you got to think he was young too, so I don't think he probably thought like he had a lot more life ahead of you.
But he was young, but that's not an excuse because he's been around longer because he was 23, 24, whatever it was. He'd been around long enough to see all these other rappers die. He just watched PNB Rock die. He just watched I think Gangsta Boo died after, but I mean
she got died of fentanyl.
Right, overdose. You know what I'm saying? He knew he was a hard drug user. He know people die from these drugs. You know what I'm saying? Like he knew that and he chose. So that's what I'm saying. It's like I can't feel bad for choice. Yeah, you chose to do these drugs.
To do that, right?
You didn't, but you chose not to prepare in the event that these drugs take you out because you felt invincible.
Right. Or if you live in a dangerous life in these streets, you need to have life insurance because you don't never know who's going to take you out.
You never know. There's no reason that if you like, all right, I'm about to jump in these streets, there's no reason that you can't be like, all right, man, take out a little $50,000 life insurance policy on me, $20 a month. Ooh.
Right.
Why you say that? Oh, you never know. You know what I'm saying? I could get, somebody can flick a penny off the Eiffel Tower and then I'm dead. You know what I'm saying? You never know. So I don't, it's really hard to have sympathy for not knowing something when we live in a time when it's easy to know everything you want to know.
Right. So question. There's a new guy that came out somewhat last year. I think last year. Charleston White. Mm-hmm. Charleston White. You familiar with him, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So a lot of people don't like his way.
Very polarizing.
Very polarizing, very honest. Yeah. Brutally honest.
Brutally honest, yeah.
Brutally honest. Sometimes he gets me and sometimes he loses me. Mm-hmm. You know, what's your aspect on that as far as Charleston White? Do you feel like some of the stuff he says is be over the top?
Yeah.
Or do you feel like he has a point to something?
He does. The over the top, he's admitted himself that the over the top is his character. And because he's admitted that, then I just accept that that's what, you know what I'm saying? Because he's the one that said he was like this, he's like, well, I'm acting. This is me, so that way, but I act like this. I act like CW, so that way you can listen to what Charleston White is saying. You gonna pay attention.
That shock factor, yeah.
Exactly. And he said that himself. So because of that, I respect it. And like I said, the over-the-top stuff be too much. It's not something that I would say, whether I'm in acting mode or not. You know what I'm saying?
He don't care.
He doesn't give a damn. Like, I'm not, there's a certain stuff, there's certain limits I'm not going to push, even if I'm in character. You know what I'm saying? But I get what he's doing because he be spitting facts.
Yeah.
And people don't want to listen to it because of the over-the-top antics.
Yeah.
But you'll listen to, these rappers with this over-the-top. Like, everybody was, I don't wish death on anybody, but King Von, everybody was like, oh, man, you know what I'm saying? He was this, he was that. He literally, was indicted on bodies and, like, the feds is bringing on stuff. Multiple.
Even
like,
now, he still got bodies on him.
Exactly. So it's like how many mothers had to cry, like,
it just came out that he
put a hit on FBG Duck or whatever. Yeah. 50,000, 100,000. Yeah.
100,000.
FBI documentation. You know what I'm saying? This is not some made up foo-foo.
Facts.
I heard it from Boo Boo them. Like, no, this is FBI documentation.
It's coming from a snitch or from an inside source that got caught with them.
Because everybody snitches. It's the moral of the story. This goes back to what we was talking about. This was a gangster nigga who got caught and then he snitched.
And this happened, FBG, the recipe, that, 2 years ago? 3 years ago?
Yeah.
And Bond, 2 years ago? Mm-hmm. About 2 years
ago? Shortly
down. Yeah. So after that, so it's like, yeah. And all this information coming up now. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Somebody's.
There was several, and he was one, because he was, 2013, 14, 15, Twitter was the thing. Mm-hmm. He getting on Twitter. Oh, yeah, we finna slide. We just did this. We did that. Whoop. Right. Self-incriminating or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
He didn't give a damn.
He didn't give a damn. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was if all those bodies are pinned on him, which some already had been pinned on him.
Yeah, some already been pinned on him.
He was a serial killer.
Yeah, he was.
And people glamorizing, he made good music. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, he could rap good, so he could kill whoever he wants. Like, what?
Vaughn. I've been seeing these recipes, Vaughns, and, he was real. He was real because he
killed people? Because he made people's families mourn? Like, he was real because he bragged about it?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what's real about that?
That's wild.
Like, the realest thing ever, taking care of your family, paying your bills on time,
Big facts.
staying out the way.
Big facts.
calling the police if a black Altima with a back left tail light out pulls up to your crib. Yeah. That's real to me. You know what I'm saying?
They pull out for trouble.
Yeah. I know why they're here. I know black Altimas with tail lights out on the left side in the back. I know exactly what they're here for. And the license plate starts with RIG. I know exactly what's going on. This is this is why we can't do interviews.
Oh, hey man, that's funny, man. Oh God. Hey man, that's funny.
Moral of the story is that's real to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My kids not having to worry about where their next meal coming from is real.
That's real. Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
I just feel like you harming somebody or doing anything that doesn't define you.
That doesn't make you real. That doesn't make you gangster
at all.
That makes you evil to me. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
That makes you careless. That makes you heartless. That makes you.
Yeah. So what's so different between? Because I was saying if you got King Von going around here killing multiple people, it's no different than Son of Sam.
Right.
Son
exactly.
of Sam went around shooting people.
We just randomly took his 44, 45, whatever it was, and went knock folks off at random.
And he's labeled as a serial killer.
He's labeled as a serial killer. Right. A serial killer is, I forgot, the definition is pretty simple, but somebody who kills, more than twice or something like that, and does it for in their mind justified purpose or whatever. Yeah. So all these gang members is out here,
and
these bodies in their mind they justified, they are serial killers.
Yeah, serial killers.
But you're not going because they rap good. So if Son of Sam came out with a, pull up to the drop top with the 44, blah, brains on the door, blah, boy that nigga spit, boy, Sam snapping.
Pull up to the window, pow, pow.
Yeah, now they dead.
Like
red from their head.
R.T. Bundy.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, but our generation. Now we make fun out of shit that's not funny.
It's not funny, right?
Like look how TikTok made Jeffrey Dahmer go viral.
Yeah, right. Not funny at all.
Not in a funny. It's not funny.
Right.
Like this man did some horrendous crimes.
Killed multiple people of color. Cut them up. Put their bodies in funky poses. Put them in acid.
Right.
Fed people to tried to feed people to people. And we sit there laughing.
And he ate them.
He ate them.
Right. And we making jokes.
Right. Yeah. Him with the knife. With the dancing and stuff. Like
I'm like, this is serious.
This is not funny. This really there are 20 families in Minneapolis that will never have their family member again. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nothing about that is funny.
Facts at all.
So we're so desensitized because of social media and the way we ingest stuff. We're so desensitized
and sensitive at the same time.
Right. We're extremely sensitive. You got your social justice warriors to where if I say nigga around some white folks, they're like, that offends me. I'm going to call the police.
Yeah.
I don't like you using that word. Well, you don't shut those stupid. You know what I'm saying?
We got an organization for everything.
Right.
And, fat people.
Yep.
Skinny people, trans. Organization.
There's a trail of letters that comes behind everybody. And they just keep adding letters to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the crazy part is, so you can't really say anything, because
comedians can't even be comedians,
right? Like we used to be able to joke about everything. I remember when we came up, you could rap and say no homo, and you know what I'm saying. Like even gay people would understand. Like, hey, he's not gay. He's quantifying that he's not gay. I approve this message. But now it's like no homo's like, are you scared of gay people? Are you homophobic? Are you transphobic?
Right.
If you're not attracted to transgenders, are you transphobic? Like. That nigga got a meat. I don't want no meat. I'm not mad at him for having a meat. That just ain't what I want.
And then the crazy thing about a homophobic, transphobic, none of those are actual words. The words have been
made up. Yeah. That's crazy.
It's like, I would like we would have known about homo, all this other stuff growing up.
Right.
Like all this stuff is just like recently coming about for as a term.
It just keeps getting added. It's just snowballing, man.
We just make our own term up.
But like I said, we're sensitive, super sensitive on that end, and then desensitized to the point where we'll get on Twitter and want to see a video of somebody getting killed.
Right.
Somebody send me the video.
Right.
This is not a movie. This is somebody who actually lost their life, and you want to see that because you're so desensitized to gore and violence and all that kind of stuff. It's just whatever.
Right.
But if somebody, if white people are watching the video of somebody get killed and they hear somebody say cunt, they're going to pop their top.
Oh, yeah.
Which white people, if you watch this interview, black people don't understand the word cunt. It holds no power in the black community. I just want y'all to understand that. We don't get it. If you come to the hood and if I see my man's right here and I'm like, man, you pussy ass nigga, Fight's gonna come with that.
Fight's gonna come with that.
If I hop out the car and say, hey, cunt, it's gonna be laughter.
Yeah, we don't know where you going. What you mean by that?
No, there's gonna be a whole lot of laughter. I'm like, boy, if you don't fix your word choice before you...
That's like the terrible choice of battle words.
That ain't it. Yeah, I'll never understand.
Battle with.
I would never understand why it's so prevalent in the white people. They get so upset.
That's not even in my repertoire.
It's not in the repertoire at all.
Not in my word repertoire at all. Cunt.
Like, yeah, you get mad. You're like, let me go. I'm finna chain these together. I'm finna atomic bomb.
That's like back in like in the West Coast. Back then they used to the word the name Mark.
Yeah, right.
Mark.
Yeah.
You know, they used to get offended.
Yeah, my dad hates that. My dad's name is Mark. Like, he doesn't want to hear people calling people a mark and it somehow have a negative connotation, which I get it because it means that you are a mark, like you are a marked person or a marker. Okay, right. I got it.
Right.
But it's still just the word mark. Doesn't really say, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, they said it funny anyways. Like,
Mark?
Look, you little mork. M-O-U-R-K. Nigga, you's a mork. Little mork buster. Nigga, that's on the set, cuz. Yay. I'll ride on these fools. Ride by, fool.
It's like my mind, everybody sound like Snoop out there. Is it like
little mork busters out here, cuz. Don't make me crip walk with my monarchs, cuz.
Hey, man. They got that lifestyle, something else.
I'm telling you. Yeah, man.
That lifestyle, that's something else, bro. Oh, man. So, man, how much longer, man, you going to be in the service, man, for you?
Man, I'm going to do my dub. I'm old. No, you know what I'm saying? Don't let this beautiful brown skin fool y'all. I'll be 34 this year, so I'm almost to retirement. I've been in since 08. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you try to go ahead and get that done.
Yeah, get that 20. Even in the reserves, you can still retire after 20. I just won't get my retirement money until retirement age. But
What's retirement age, huh?
I think it's like 58 or something like that.
Okay.
So, I mean, you know, normal, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? Which is cool with me because, I mean, I do 1 week in a month and 2 weeks out of summer. So, I'm not even really doing 20 years worth of work to receive a full-fledged pension. Don't bother me none.
Right.
And then doing active duty time, I did a bunch of active duty time back in the day, bring the time down or whatever, so I get it a little bit sooner. But yeah, man, I'm what you call it? This is what I want to happen. So I'm about to be famous, as y'all can tell. Go to TikTok, you know, you see my video constantly going up. There's at 560,000 views or something. I want Uncle Sam to hire me as like a marketing and promotion person. I'll stay in. I'm not cutting my beard. That's the only rule. So highest Uncle Sam person when you see this. I'll stay in, I'll wear the uniform, I'm not cutting my beard, and then I will go help make people join the military.
So y'all got to cut your beard one time?
Well, as a reservist, I cut it on, you know, for my 1 week in a month or whatever. So like I said, I didn't have to
cut it every weekend you go there?
Yeah, so it depends on your unit, and being black, you can get a shaving profile. Because they know that us shaving with razors is going to tear our face up. So they finally kind of accept, like, if you're going full Gordon right now, you're going to see way more people with beards than you've ever seen.
Oh, so everybody loving that beard now.
Right. But you know what I'm saying? We're the only military in the world that don't allow beards, which is kind of whack. Like, I remember working in NSA because, like, we work closely with people from other countries and stuff. Canada dude, fat as hell, out of shape, eating Canadian bacon, which is just ham. That's stupid. Eating Canadian bacon, beard down to here. You know what I'm saying? UK guy, eating tea and crumpets, beard down to here. Hated it. We're the only ones that don't have a beard. Australian guys eating kangaroo nuggets or something. I don't know what Australians eat. I don't know.
Kangaroo nuggets.
Beard down here. You know what I'm saying? So it's not fair. We're the only ones that don't get to have beards. So they finally fixed it.
Hey, kangaroo nuggets with barbecue sauce.
Yeah. I'm sure they eat Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire. The sauce that no one talks about.
The W, with the W.
Yeah, the W sauce. I don't think nobody you know how to pronounce it right. Nobody.
Worcester Shiesty.
Who would go to? Who would just ask for that?
Not once in all of my years.
Worcestershire sauce.
Yeah. Had my dad on cookout day, but like, I need you to run to the store, give me some Heinz 57, some tomatoes, right, and some Worcestershire.
So Worcestershire.
You just kind of say it quick and hope they know what you're talking about. Give me some. Yeah, give me some. Over there. It's on aisle 6 at KJ's. You know what I'm talking about with the Worcestershire, the little black jar.
That's a nasty ass sauce. That ass soy sauce. Damn, boy, I hate both of them. Soy sauce.
Yeah, soy sauce just black as hell for no reason.
That shit
it's like tangy motor oil.
Yeah.
Like, why are you out here soy sauce and stuff? When duck sauce exists, why are you out here soy sauce and things? What are you doing?
Hey, it's just nasty, man. That's nasty.
Yeah, some of that 10W30 on my pork fried rice.
Some of that watery 10W30. Oh man. So man, all right. So You got the project online. People can purchase it or download
everything,
it online.
Everything is at Joppa the Great, of course. JOPPADAGREAT. I did this on my iPhone. Of course, the single, Father Figure, which is going crazy right now. All of my other stuff. If I release it, it's on all streaming platforms, so it's out there.
Big fact. So, man, all right, before we slide off on NewbieVeT, how can they get in contact with you? Is there any love you'd like to shout out?
Absolutely. I want to give a big shout out to the Most High for creating me and making me the spectacular person. I want to give a shout out to my wonderful wife for dealing with me because I be digging in my nose at nighttime and flicking the boogers. Give a big shout out to my kids because they listen to all my music all the time, whether they like it or not, which they love it, fortunately. Right. All my friends and family is entirely too many of y'all. Y'all know who y'all are. I'm so close to my goal, which is being the person that everybody swears is their cousin. My life's goal has been the person that people call at 2 o'clock in the morning to get into a club on FaceTime. I'm in bed and they're like, hey, Joppa, tell these niggas you my cousin so I can get in the club. Look. And I'm asleep. I'm like, nigga, get the phone out of my face. Yes, please, for the love of God. Let him in so I go back to sleep.
So I go back to sleep, please.
Yes. So I'm close, y'all. I'm about to be big cousin Joppa. It's coming real soon. But that's it, man. Joppa the Great. I also have my own phone number. Sounds really cool, but it's 240-39-Joppa. Literally, actually, you can, text me, call me. I tell people all the time, send me song ideas or something that you want to hear me on or whatever. So 240-39-Joppa, JOPPADAGREAT. That's everything. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Tinder, Backpage. No, just Tag, yeah, high five, Bebo. Are those even still things?
I don't know.
But Instagram, MySpace, TikTok, Twitter, Snapchat, everything is Joppa the Great.
Bet. Any love? You already did a love, right?
Yeah, I gave lots of love. Like I said, it's entirely too many people. Y'all niggas know I love y'all. Y'all know not to bring me no Worcestershire sauce or no wet 10W30 soy sauce.
10W.
And if you drive a black Altima with your back lifted,
like we call the police.
I'm calling 12 expeditiously. Hey, police! This nigga is outside the studio because I told y'all his tail light.
And his tail light out of it's a 98 Altima.
It is black. Go get these niggas. Oh shit! He's got on black forces.